The NOVAR Verizon Cup Series race number 5 of 30 would head to the Chicagoland Speedway for the XI Batteries 250. McDonald's Polo we're going to number 41 of Mike Wilson. Wilson he was making only his second start of the year. He's going to lead them down with Walter Green on his outside and then Dylan Wally in 743rd. However, Dylan Wally will make an early charge for the lead. But for the first caution of the event would fly very early, as the first one would fly on lap 6. Josh Mertz, he is going to run up the racetrack. Walter Green's going to push Luke Warren into the wall. And then as they are going to try to settle out the deal, Luke Warren comes down. He gets into the 81 of Josh Mertz, and then he gets run into by the defending champ Brian Kittleson. Meanwhile, Mark Mongillo did not have a good sight. He hits the 53 hard. And then as he spins out, he's going to spin out. Dylan Wally in the 74, he's going to lead on the restart. Michael Scott in the 12, he's going to be second. Mike Wilson in the 41, he's third. Thomas Lawyers in fourth. Caution 2, lap 15. As they didn't get farther. Teammates Connor Stanton and Carson Brooks, they would turn each other. This would result in Carson Brooks turning the 10 around. The 10 would come back up the racetrack, hit the wall hit the outside wall hard, and then get into Aaron Fisher, which turns the 91 around. And then as he tries to come back, he gets hit by Mike Hogan and then hit by Cameron Brooks. This is going to send the 10 up in the air. So a pretty wild accident. So a pretty wild accident for the number 10. Here comes that 50 of Blake Battaglione. He's going to be a race leader. Carson Brooks in second. After causing that first caution, he is at least the leader. Second place. So. And once again, we're not going to get far. Lap 21 will be where the third caution will take place. Mike Wilson will get loose and then run Cody White up the racetrack. He's going to get turned by by Gordon Billard. He will spin across the outside wall, and he will go across the line, going backwards. And then meanwhile, down the back straightaway, Ronald Portland, Thomas Lawyers, they will get together and turn the 0-1 around. The 0-1 saves it. However, she gets pegged by Walter Green and gets Ryan Pierce collected. Tough break for Noria as she won last week at Carbondale. Shane Clark III will be leading on this restart, and this is kind of like the fans will actually go wild of this because just 5 years ago to this weekend, his father Shane Clark II died at this racetrack. So this is a good relief for Clark. However, that relief will all go down the drain on lap 34 where there's an incident. As he's going to 3 wide, he's going to get pinched by Jake Carolyn and Daniel Simon. They will get together. However, this will stack up and cause the fourth caution when flying on lap 35. Shane Clark III, he's going to be in more monkey business as Daniel Samlon will turn into the 98. This will turn the 20, and then the 20 will go upside down. So Nick Dunnigan will go upside down, as now he's going to come back down the racetrack. Nobody's going to hit the 20, luckily, for Dunnigan. Dunnigan is going to be out of the race. Michael Scott in the 12, he's going to be leading on the restart. Ronald Portland in the 31, he's in second. A really good run for that 31 car. As Portland has done very poorly. However, the 12 and 31, they will duke it out until caution 5 on lap 42. Dylan Wally, Jared Lansell, and Brian Wilson, they will all go 3 wide. This was going to turn the 74 around. And then as the 74, he gets pushed sideways. And then as of that, Carson Brooks turns MJ Holloway. And then Dylan Wally gets pegged by Thomas Lawyers and Alan Kimmel. So tough break for Dylan Wally after he led early in the race. Michael Scott in the 12, he was leading once again as he got a huge start over, I believe, Austin Warwick. Caution 6, lap 48. Shane Clark, he's going to push Billy Garber, and that's going to turn Ronald Portland. Garber spins across the infield and will come back up the racetrack. However, nobody hits the 25. On the restart, Michael Scott will be leading this time by Luke Warren on the 14 and Austin Warwick in the 3. Warwick making his second start of the year, I think. He's doing a pretty good job. Caution 7 on lap 62. Scott Johnson, he will turn Jared Lansell. Lansell will go down into the grass. I believe he won't try to slow down. He slows down. This is the outside. Gets down to Alan Kimmel. And then MJ Holloway gets collected. And then you're going to see in a moment, the 98 will come and slam into the 88. We're going to see from Alan Kimmel's perspective. He's racing along with Billy Garber, minding his own business, watching James Wilson Jr. And then the 13 comes out of nowhere, and then pow, into the wall he goes. 48 gets piled in as well. And then I spin, and then boom! The 98 gets into the 88 pretty hard. And then Shane Clark the third, pow! Into the 88, as that's going to take out the 98. So tough break for the fans of Shane Clark, who was expecting him to win. Ron Portland would be the leader. However, we're going to show you this angle because of Shane Howard. Howard's a lap car, and this is going to bunch up the entire. This is going to bunch up the field. However, Jesse Donahue in the 21 gets held up by this caution. We would have a pretty long run, but the caution 8 would fly on lap 68. Jeff Johnson, Cody White's going to run up the racetrack, turn Jeff Johnson. 22 hits the wall hard to the point where it's smoking, while the 7781 spin around. The 7781 would continue on, the 22 would go out. As you're going to see, he's going to get each other right, and then the 81 continues on. Blake Battaglione at 50, he will be the leader on the restart. Ronald Portland in the 31, he's in second, and then third is Sean McDowell. McDowell, who has actually been doing very impressive, however, he's going to get passed by Daniel Salmon. Caution 9 on lap 88. So another long run. This time, while battling for the lead, Luke Warren, he will get into the 59 of Eddie Johns, and that's going to turn the 59 around. Blake Battaglione, he will be lead on the restart with Sean McDowell. McDowell, as I mentioned, he was having a great run in that 00 Chevrolet. And then Luke Warren, the 14. Warren's been up there all day. Caution 10, lap 93. Is this a fail fest? Alright, but anyways, Austin Warwick, Brian Dawson will get into the 74 and 3 of Austin Warwick. This is going to turn the 64 around. As 64, Brian Dawson, who was running up there pretty early on in the going, he will spin around. As you're going to see Sean McDowell. McDowell would lead on the race start. Blake Battaglione in the 50, he's in second. Third is the 14 of Luke Warren. As you can see, he's going to make a pass on the 50, and he's going to soldier on. The two main contenders for the last few race laps will be Ronald Portland and Brian Wilson. But as you're going to see, Brian Wilson, he couldn't try to make a move, but he would make a move very close. However, there was a caution with 3 to go. Michael Scott, he will turn Carson Brooks while battling for third. Carson Brooks, he will spin up, hit the outside wall hard, and then get into Scott Johnson, Jesse Donahue, Jake Carolyn, Sean McDowell, Eric Welbler will all pile in, and then Josh Mercer will pile into the back of the 00. The question was, did Brian Wilson pass Ronald Portland before they got to the caution? We'll see. Portland, he gets way loose. Here comes Brian Wilson. Can Wilson get him? And it appears that Brian Wilson will get the win. So that means Brian Wilson coming across the line for the Checkers. He will win his first career race at Chicago and give Howell Wilson Racing their first win as a team.